it, Cafard. If your traps went to work, you'll have to do the dirty work yourself. Carl! That kills people, Carl! Sorry guys, I had to do it once. What do you mean the Declaration is not supposed to say life, liberty, and the pursuit of oil? That is as American as it gets! Side story requirements for Carl Cafard. You have to steal the Declaration of Independence. You have to complete that loot quest to be able to get the side story for Carl. And now, note, the loot quests depend on progress on main story and exploration out on the world map. There's a few other factors from some specific ones, but they will also disappear once you progress too far in the main campaign. So keep your eye open on the window for being able to pick up the Declaration of Independence. Now, Carl Cafard is also mutually exclusive with Clara Jones. So, I mean, you'll know this if you've done Clara Jones. Spoilers for her side story, you kill Carl Cafard. So if you pick up Carl Cafard, you're not going to be able to get Clara, and if you've gotten Clara, you're not going to be able to get Carl. So you got to pick between those two guys if you're looking to recruit them. You're also going to have to advance to the point where you have the Quantum Chemist to be able to finally recruit Carl, but let's get into it. Your appraisers have informed you that the Declaration of Independence your minions stole is a forgery. Someone's made a fool of you. This cannot be allowed to stand unchallenged and can never happen again.
The Declaration of Independence is important as an idea, not a piece of paper, right?
Yes. I mean, stole it because it's a piece of paper.
It's important as a piece of paper that's worth a lot of money. It had better be safe.
Oh, it's safe enough, but it may not be entirely genuine.
And you're a genuine dolt who is not entirely safe.
Can't tell your Van Gogh from your Jackson Pollock. Losing Monet at the auction house. This intensive course will set that straight. Man, I would have gone to art school if it wasn't for the fact that I needed to get a real job out of college.
At least everything else of value is genuine. But how did this happen?
The art world is vicious and full of deceit.
Ah! Just wait until it sees my revenge. None of those phonies will dare cross me again.
Use a pseudonym, force the fancy Hong Kong auction house to sell one of your own sculptures, set it to explode right after it sells for millions. The broken pieces will be worth even more. It sounds so much like a Banksy. Interesting, so they allow you to do this mission with a level 1 criminal network, but that criminal network is not going to be able to withstand the 60 heat gain, so you have to upgrade it anyway. Contacting the art dealer is gonna bring in symmetry. Oh man, the things I do for these henchmen. Okay, here's the big question. Does the agent find anything suspicious about the valet's break room here? I guess as long as we have guards who are going to take him out, that's fine.
The forge's name is Carl Cafard. He's been causing havoc in the art world for years. A quiet, restrained havoc, of course. We're civilized, you see?
Now that I have his name, he'll never trouble you again.
There's something you should know. He'll have built explosives into his forgeries.
I thought you said you were quiet and restrained. That's my trick.
He's not exactly one of us. And besides, people say there's no such thing as an original idea. Cafard says that all the time.
He has planted explosives in the forged Declaration of Independence, which is in my lair. Busted! The art deal said the antiques market has seen an influx of recently discovered ancient Greek statues. Cafard must have a base in Athens, raid it, and recover the Declaration of Independence. Okay, so we think Cafard has the real Declaration, and because we set out to steal it, we now have to also take it from Cafard. Alright, so kind of embarrassed about this one. After pointing it out before, the heat gain here is 60, which is more than a level 1 criminal network can support. So after like 15 minutes, of messing around in my base, I realized that we weren't completing this mission. So, take two. Now we can finally get the real Declaration of Independence hung back outside the lunchroom.
How dare you raid my warehouses? I won't be insulted by a common thief.
You stole the Declaration of Independence from me first, and replaced it with a fake.
You couldn't even tell the difference. You wouldn't know true art if it exploded in your face.
If you try to pass off another cheap knockoff, you'll be sorry.
Oh, I don't think so. I think you're going to find it very hard to do business now. Farewell.
Alright guys, had to progress the main campaign a little bit here, playing as Ivan, pushing it up to 58% over the next whatever milestone the main campaign had for me. And part 2 of Carl Cafard is open. Body Snatcher. Carl Cafard has been distracting you with his forgeries. A collection of old paintings has been found in Turkey. You can use that as a bait to lure Cafard and destroy him.
There's some old paintings going up for auction. Carl Cafard will surely try to steal them.
He will indeed. Let's make sure I'm the one he tries to steal them from.
Understood. We'll grab him right away.
Oh no, you clod. Buy them legitimately, so he'll never suspect it's a trap.
Legitimate?
And to think, Cafard, the bait that does you in is only $50,000. Why, yes, Carl, I have come into possession of these incredible artifacts. I am sure. Wait. Carl Cafard, something isn't right here. Does the forger send a fake in his place?
It's good of you not to hold a grudge. I wish more people were so foolish. I mean, forgiving.
Grudges are of no use to me. I just acquired some paintings, and I want to be sure they are not some of yours.
They need conservation. A steady hand to clean them and preserve it. I can do it, if you like.
Oh, that would be wonderful. You have to get right up close, I imagine.
Oh, certainly. So glad we could work together.
This would be more fun.
You just
if
realized
you were
that
stronger.
the game is up.
Henchman is in combat.
It's brave of you, Carl, to go toe-to-toe against Red Ivan. Eli, take him away. These questions will be very easy, Mr. Cafard, if you are the real Mr. Cafard. Who began the abstract genre? Kandinsky, very good. What painting is Leonardo da Vinci most famous for?
A minion is deserting.
Oh no! My hitman got so tired of interrogating Carl on art history that he literally deserted in the middle of the interrogation, and Carl's still here. Oh, and the specialty crime lords, they gain resolve the longer they're in the cell up to their whatever their cap is, so you want to cycle them back into interrogation as quick as you can. Now, where were we, Mr. Cafard? Where exactly was Vincent van Gogh when he painted the famous Starry Night? His asylum window. You are a good fake, even if you are a fake. What was Claude Monet most famous for painting? Oh, come on, this is an easy one. You faltering, Cafard?
But
I got you now, Cafard. Wait a minute. There's something off about you.
the real Cafard is miles from here, sipping wine on the left bank. Oops.
Ah, so you are a fake. I have to say, I'm impressed he pulled that off.
So you'll leave us both alone then? I've been through enough. What with the plastic surgery?
I didn't say that. I'll send my team to Paris for the genuine article while I deal with you.
Okay, now that we have the Quantum Chemist unlocked, we get to pick whether or not we kill Cafard or we appraise Cafard and go to recruit him. This is the objective we want to go to. Now, don't panic if you only see destroy the original at first, because this is going to pop up as soon as you finish that second side of the side story, but the recruitment option is only going to appear once you have the Quantum Chemist unlocked. And so the way I've been playing through it, I've had to advance the main story in between all of these side stories. So it's not bugged, you can still get the recruitment mission, you just have to go on until you get the Quantum Chemist.
I have a proposal for you. Rot in here or work for me. I assure you my threats are very real.
I have to admit, it's tough out there for a forger working alone.
Then it's settled. I'll need some identification for the paperwork.
Oh, of course. I'm sure I have some... somewhere.
It's a joke, Cafard. I don't do paperwork.
What kind of wrinkle is this? They want to walk me through using his abilities as part of the story? Well, Carl, we will start you out small. This is but a fraction of my wealth. Make sure that it is protected.
Task complete.
A masterwork. I understand you are here for my latest piece of artwork. And DLC, please let us change minion costume colors so we can get people that look as cool as this. Yes. Masterfully done, isn't it? Oh, maybe now that you are here, we will double the price.
Task complete.
Okay guys, gonna jump in right here, and I have seen reports online that people feel like this portion of the quest is bugged. That ability that Crawford places down has durability. The pile of loot has durability, but none of your techs are going to ever repair it. And if the durability drops to its lowest amount, then that thug that comes to pick it up will not want to pick it up. So you have to find a way to destroy the damaged one and then recreate it in an area that is easily accessible to the thugs so that they can come and pick it up, and they'll do so. That's kind of the reset to be able to progress through this portion of the story. If you encounter the issue, I was able to get through it fast enough that it wasn't a big deal, but I've seen people have that happen and get really frustrated.
Let's hope none of them notice they've been had.
No fear of that. My work is, as usual, perfect.
Just make sure it stays that way.
Cafard's first ability here, Cunning Trap. Construct furniture. The master uses his artistic skills to create a small trap in the lair. This is a distraction trap that deals vitality damage. Carl Cafard, Master Forger, is an expert at deception. This is his latest work, a perfectly hidden landmine. No agent will suspect it. As you can see, I've already built a few of these, but I want to lay it down so you can see the animation of him building it because it's fantastic.
Jump.
Splash the brush, splish, splash. There it is. Hopscotch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kablooey. At least that's the idea. So. Well, you seem to have made it through my cover operation, but now, can you resist the well-placed and hidden minds of... no! What? Cafard! Oh yes, step right on the 7. No! It didn't do anything. Cafard! I'm getting really disappointed. And what Cafard has, his little hopscotch pieces, don't seem to be fooling any investigators. Which super agent are you most like? I knew that would catch their attention. Alright, Zenith Mayor. Think back to your days on the playground. You were the hopscotch champion. You could do it one more time. Well, clearly he has resisted the temptation. Oh, is he gonna do it? He's gonna do it! Yeah! Oh, no! KO! Oh, man. Oh, he's gonna take a picture of the body bag. Sure. I mean, that one I guess is on me. I did kind of do him in there. Oh, we have another buyer? We have another taker? Come on. No agent can resist. Well, okay, so these guys not as fond of hopscotch as the other ones. Okay, guys, so I'm a level with you. I've been doing a lot of filming with agents coming back here, and I was all ready to say that this trap was completely worthless because that was the first time I'd gotten it to work in 3 waves of agents walking through here. So, I don't know if it is the placement the trap has. Let's see if I click on it. No, it doesn't. Okay, but it shows the entrance feet off on the side, like right here. So it could be that the way I've positioned those entrance feet are just in the wrong position for where the agents are coming up on the hopscotch board, but it just is so finicky. I don't know if I can recommend using it. We'll see if we get them on the way out. I have a feeling that they might be oriented the wrong direction for the way out. Now, for a trap, that is so much damage. That is so much damage. That is on the level of the final, the biggest traps you can possibly get. And those traps, so researching them costs a fortune, building them costs a fortune, and they usually suck up a bunch of power as well, or have to be chained together into these really elaborate machines if you want to take out agents. But if you can just one-shot them after doing a game of hopscotch, like that's worth it if you can figure out the placement that's going to consistently get them to step on that landmine. Are you going to turn around and do it? No. Okay. I mean, I wasn't expecting him to turn around and play the game, but... yeah. Cupid's got him. Now these two are in love.
A
love that could never be. And away he goes. Yeah, so there's the trap. Cafard, your irresistible traps have been withstood by this Tau Bosu.
Yes.
Finish him.
And in through.
Oh.
Ooh, there's a swing. Yeah, Eli's gonna help him out.
Your henchman
We got him.
is in combat.
So there's Cunning Trap for you. I am not sold, even though that one shot was extremely satisfying and the animation is hilarious. The animation all around on this is incredible. Aside from the fact that it does the same thing Sir Daniel's traps do, and that it sparks up and smokes, and so it looks like it's polluting your hallways. Like, I wish they just kept it looking clean, because then it would be just awesome to have an entire corridor with hopscotch for hopscotch. I think that would be hilarious. As it is, I mean, I don't love that it's smoking. It draws so much attention and it causes like static over the game audio. So there's going to be some people who just don't like it for that sake, and some people who do like the idea that you can put down all these free traps and just code it everywhere. The comparison begs itself to Sir Daniel, who's throwing down his bear traps. Sir Daniel's bear traps always worked unless the agents shut them down. And so I saw some agents that would shut down the bear trap, the ones that didn't would get captured immediately. So similar to this, which will just it seems to guarantee a kill, Sir Daniel's guarantee a capture. But Sir Daniel's were working more reliably for me. They weren't having agents just walk past them. They had super agents disable them, but they weren't having agents just avoid them the way they were set up. So I guess that's the trade-off there. You also have the trade-off of capturing versus being lethal. But I'm definitely going to give the trap battle to Sir Daniel. So if you want a henchman that's going to give you traps, I say go for Sir Daniel instead of this guy, unless you really want to spend... There might be a way that you can finesse it to make these traps more consistent, set them up with something else, but I'm not seeing it, and I've been running a bunch of investigators through them, and I've got them placed in as many different configurations as I could. We just found one that worked here at the very end, so at least we got to see the animation. Alright, Cafard's second ability here, Imperfect Replica. Construct furniture. The Master Forger creates loot replicas so subtly different, any rogues will have a tough time knowing the difference. This costs smarts, and it creates this object. Fake loot. It is the same size and has to be set up against a wall, similar to the Declaration of Independence, which is kind of peeking out here, covered up by the tarp. It does have durability, but your techs will never come and repair it, so this durability will just continue to drop. You can only have one of it at a time. You can move it around, but you cannot... Let's see, if I open up the build menu, yeah, you can move it, you can't destroy it, you can't sell it. It's considered fake loot. It's not going to appear on here because Cafard is actually the one who builds it. So there's a lot of nuance to this thing, but it's supposed to distract. Lovely symmetry here. We'll see if she takes the bait.
Rogues are stealing your gold.
No, symmetry, turn around. The best loot in the world is right, it's right over there. Okay, so far she's just taking more of my gold. Here we go. She's got the scent. She wants it. Oh, she wants it. And now she has it. She's getting away with fake loot. The rest of her team are going ahead to leave.
Rogues are stealing your gold.
She's got to mark the camera, and then are you going to head out, Symmetry?
Rogues are stealing
they want to hit the other vault. Yes, yes. Alright, this is a bit of a messy fight, but let's see what Carl has.
Instructions.
Up against Symmetry and the rogues.
So tough.
Your henchman.
I'll paint the...
Second-rate programmers.
Cafard, alright, he's squaring up against this guy. 115. Shows a swing! 10 damage. I do love the animation using the jeweled spiked cane here.
This round goes to your girl, Symmetry.
And now he will come back and he will actually rebuild the Imperfect Replica wherever you want to keep it. So, hard to judge the real value here on Imperfect Replica. The rogues left right after taking it, and they do just leave once they have taken as much as they can carry. And as you can see, they took a lot. So I don't know if really they hit capacity or if the replica forced them to leave a little early. It really didn't seem to pull that much weight because Symmetry landed right next to it and then she just wandered off. You can see the path of everything she took, and then she doubled back to take it on the way out. I suppose maybe if you're keeping other loot items in your vault, it will protect you. I don't know. It really didn't seem to do much. And here, he rebuilt it. He rebuilt it at the lowest durability. But the durability doesn't matter except for the quest line until they fix that. Yeah, not impressed by fake loot and what it does. So Carl Cafard has joined the team. How useful are you, sir? You and your little ponytail, your dapper vest, and your jewel-encrusted cane. So I want to really like this guy. His animations, his side story, his personality, they're all super fun. I really like them. His stat line is a little bit below average because the vitality is lower than his other stats. It's on the low side here. He only has a melee attack and he doesn't do too much damage. Watching him just bean people with the cane is pretty funny though, so he's got that going for him. He clearly is supposed to be relying on his abilities to be really useful, And so let's talk about these abilities. Cunning Trap. Here he just places down this hopscotch, and as we saw, it was really unreliable on if agents were going to go for it or not. When they do go for it, it is a guaranteed kill is what it seems like, and that is amazing. But because it is so finicky, I'm kind of low on it. I don't love it. Because you have this direct comparison to Sir Daniel, and Sir Daniel's traps are way more reliable. They don't kill the agents, they capture them, but Sir Daniel seems to be bringing the exact same thing. Sir Daniel's traps are even less, they cost less space, making them even better in a way. So gonna have to say that Cunning Trap here is not that great. If you want a henchman that lays down traps, go for Sir Daniel. Then we have Imperfect Replica, him creating the fake loot that is supposed to draw the attention of rogues. And we saw that Symmetry did try to steal it, but it's not like she beelined for it, and then as soon as she got it, she just left. They did leave after they stole it, but they'd also taken a ton of my other money! And if they're going to take all that, then you're going to still go after them and try and fight them to get it back. The perfect scenario here is they only take the fake loot and then they leave and you just let them leave, but that doesn't seem to be what happens. So I feel like Imperfect Replica is close to useless. Let me know in the comments if you found a better use for Perfect Replica or Imperfect Replica. Let me know in the comments if you found a way to make the Cunning Traps more consistent too. I would love to update this with a comment or a description that says, oh no, these are actually great. If you do it this specific way, I'll update the video. But and unless that happens, I'm really kind of low on Carl. I also have to jump in here and say that Carl is mutually exclusive with Clara Jones. As part of Clara's recruitment, you have to kill Carl. Spoiler alert, I've got a video for Clara, so check that out if you want to see who these competing henchmen. You can only pick one. Which one are you going to do? And honestly, I'm going to have to give it over to Clara. She's got an ability that will deter agents in the casino. She also has a useless ability that buffs traps, so maybe there is a secret third path where you do actually get to recruit both of them that nobody has found yet, and that's how you make it sing. He places his hopscotch, Clara buffs it, and then it's just perfect, but I don't think that's actually the case. So if you're going to be picking between those two, Clara and Carl, I'm not super hot on Clara, but I'm going to give Clara the edge between these two. I think here the pick is mostly between the personality of the henchman and what kind of flavor you want on the team. So yeah, that's kind of the rundown on Carl. He has a really fun side story, and like I said, I really want to like him. So that's the long and short on Carl. I really want to like him, but he's just not bringing as much as a lot of the other henchmen are, and his side quest is pretty involved because you have to pick up the Declaration of Independence and you have to lock yourself out of getting Clara Jones, and so I feel like that is too much investment going on for the return that you give me, Clara. I'm sorry. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, comment, like I said, on if you have found ways to make Carl more useful. I really want to know. And subscribe if you want to see more of these henchmen reviews coming out soon, or Evil Genius 2 content in general. Thank you guys, and have a good one.